Well, here it comes.
So, yeah, if SMU nails this field goal, it's still an 8-point game, but Clemson is struggling.
Yeah, I don't know if that backup's not the answer.
Jack, you ever have one of these?
What is it?
It's called hop water. I don't know if you can see that right there.
Water.
Yeah, it's we coaches, we get a bad rap for maybe indulging a little too much in the 21 and over beverages. These guys kind of promote themselves as they got the nootropics in there. It's got ashwagandha to kind of give you that relaxation feeling, but no sugar. No, it's kind of just sparkling water, a little bit of flavoring, hops. This lime flavor is pretty good, though.
So it's like a enriched sparkling water?
Yeah, like a sparkling water, but it's supposed to like relax you. Instead of drinking alcohol, it's supposed to be like a cleaner. Tastes pretty daggone good.
I might have to get me some of those. I'm just over here sipping on that.
It works pretty good. Oh, you got the DP heavy.
Dr. Pepper heavy on a Saturday.
You got to worry about this is all 0 calories, 0 everything except for vitamin C. It's got 120% your daily vitamin C, but
this has
it tastes pretty good.
39 grams of sugar. So yeah, that would be a much better option for me.
Man, it's pretty good. Pretty good flavor. Hop water. I ought to send you a couple out or send you the link or something like that. That's pretty good.
Well, they just
shout out to hop water.
Pass interference on Clemson on a third down.
Well, I thought SMU had it on 4th down. I ain't got the game pulled up live. I'm watching the recap here on my app.
I got it pulled up on the old.
Oh my gosh, I got to turn this off.
Yeah,
man, we've had some. It's been a couple weeks. Well, there's been 2 games right since we last recorded, so we got a couple weeks to catch on. There's been some tomfoolery going on in here in our last 2 games. We've had some barn burners, dude. How we come out on top, which is
that's nice.
Win's a win. Like I can handle the tomfoolery if as long as we're winning at the end of it. But
yeah, it could be worse. I'm getting the tomfoolery and not coming out on top at the ends.
That's frustrating.
It is.
Frustrating. We hit the road last week, and we're going to play Longview, who traditional powerhouse. They've always been either a really big 5A or a really small A, but it's power I football. Like just line up, run it down your face. They always got dudes. I think we might have talked about this a couple of weeks ago whenever we were leading up to it. A couple of years ago when we played them, they had the number 1 running back in his class. He's playing for Oklahoma now. They had a 5-star receiver that's at Bama now. They had, it's where Trent Williams went to high school. It's where Haynes King went to high school.
Gosh. Like, we did talk about this.
Yeah, and it's East Texas, so it's just hard nose, like in your face. They ain't used to losing. So it's the first day of our fall break. And so the kids didn't have school that day. We had PD for us in the mornings until we brought the kids up. We did the team breakfast at 9, and we turned them loose till about 1, brought them back up just because we didn't want a ton of idle time. And plus, it's a 2.5-hour drive, 3 hours on a yellow dog. So we got to hit the road early. You don't want to get stuck in traffic. We load the buses up, and we're maybe an hour into this trip. And we took 3 buses. One of the buses broke down mid-drive, like lost some power, like gauges went crazy, everything went 0. Like all the stuff just went. So we're on Interstate 20 heading out east, and the lead bus in our fleet is just like going. It's like Sully, our coach that was driving, had to get it off on the exit ramp, get it to a stop.
No power steering, just like trying to get that big thing over.
Park and brake, just trying to get that thing to a stop. And
God,
captain's got to go down with the ship, so he's got to stay with the bus till the district people can come and tow it and get a new bus brought out there. And so then we got to consolidate everybody onto just the 2 remaining buses, finish the trip.
How was the room?
Oh man, we're packed in there.
I mean, you're all sitting like comfortably on 3 buses. Like some kids get a whole row, or like.
Yeah, I mean, when we go 3 buses, we let the bigs have their own bus, just let them stretch out. Maybe every one of them gets their own seat on the bigs bus. then once everybody's got to get into two, now you're putting tiny heinies beside bigs
Mm-hmm.
just to try to still make it a decent trip and a decent experience. So we arrive in Longview, Texas, which is kind of like traveling back in time. That was kind of the running joke. The rumor was when you get to the press box, they'll hand you a spit cup, complimentary spit cup, and they got a potluck dinner going on, crock pots set up all in the press box. And I looked over, and how I used to work, like the first year I went out there for a trip, they didn't have a camera deck at their stadium. Their stadium's built into like their school building. And so I had to climb an emergency ladder to get up to the rooftop of the school. And there's just a wood pallet on top of the school building that you put your camera tripod on and you film. The film people have to do it off the top of the school. You're staying inside industrial air conditioners, all that good stuff. And but they got a bond pass. I think they're doing some construction over there, building them a new indoor and all this and that. So because there were cranes on site, word on the street is their insurance wasn't allowing people to be on the rooftops anymore. Okay, which is like, okay, well, they were already struggling for press box room anyway. Like I remember the first time we made the trip out there, we had to have our whole staff in a room that was maybe 4 yards wide. And so you're just like, and we got 4 offensive guys in the booth, 2 defensive guys in the booth, plus our junior high guys to help us out with charting and stuff like that. And you're packing all those guys into a very small space. But this year, we were able to convince our radio crew to just do the radio broadcast from the top row of the bleachers.
Nice.
The offense got now their booth, and so the defense got their booth. But of course, there's less defensive coaches in the box, so we'll just set the cameras up in the defensive coaching booth. So it's a window open now. I'm sitting there, got a tripod in my elbow as I'm trying to like see the field, because they do a lot of personnel groupings and stuff. So I've got to see numbers, communicate personnel to the DC, and so we can get our right packages in there. And I'm hitting the tripod with my elbow every time I lean up. Every time there's a big play and I'm hooting and hollering, like they're all hearing me in the bleachers in front of me, just turning around, like giving me the business. And it was funny going back and watching on tape. Every time there's a big play, you just see the camera start shaking.
That's what I was going to
ask. It's me
ask.
banging on the table up in the box, like just hooting and hollering and having a good time. But I look over and it's one of those booths where it's glass sides. Like I can see all the booths beside me if I look to my left or right. Well, the booth on the right is the PA announcer. And Jack, he's using a microphone from like 1930s boxing match. Like comes down. Let's get ready to rumble. It is pretty sick, but it was like, you can tell they've been using it for decades because it was like rusted, bronzy kind of looking, like, but
he's got that thing close too. He's just spitting into it.
Yes. And they're very, very traditional, right? They're kind of like Bama. They're going to always wear the same color combination. It's going to be, they've been doing everything the same way for decades. Well, they're an Adidas school, and Patrick Mahomes actually just donated a bunch of his new Adidas line of uniforms to like 15 different high school Adidas programs, and they were one of them. So they're rocking these new Patrick Mahomes jerseys, which actually made it easier for me to see personnel numbers. I knew when these 2 guys were in at the same time that they're running these plays, and when these guys are in, they're doing this. And so it made it easier on my part. But we were just sitting up there chuckling the whole time, like, we get this win, they're going to burn these jerseys. This is why we don't change. This is why we don't do anything different. They're good. They're always good. But we were able to come out with a win. Poetic justice, last play of the game. I think it was 4th and medium, and we get a stop. It's game over. And they tried to run some a little out of character for them. They tried doing like some jet sweep action to get our eyes outside, and then they were going to try to hit us inside zone back underneath. And the jet guy and the running back run into each other on 4th down, and balls on the ground, game's over, stuffed them.
Dang.
And so again, you could just hear it from the crowd. Like, we should have been in power I.
Yeah.
We should have been in pro tight, I formation, and run power to the cows come home. And it was a big dub though, but man, they do it right out there. I will say that they do their own game day setup, like college game day setup.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty
cool. They have a show, pregame show. The only thing they're missing is Lee Corso, but they got the whole table set up on the sideline 2 hours before kickoff, and they're doing a whole rundown and stream everything live. And
they do it right sweet. Out there. I actually saw on TikTok a bunch of stuff from that game from y'all's
Oh, yeah.
game on my TikTok. I'll see just random people posting. I think it was somebody's mom or dad at one point posting about their kid, just like big district win tonight or something like, and then all these hype videos. I think I saw whoever does y'all's, I forget the name of it, but I think I saw theirs pop up, and no, so I knew it looked like a great atmosphere.
It's a fantastic. They're not used to losing at home. So I think this was their first home district loss since like 2008 or something crazy.
Oh my God.
So I'm telling you, they do it right out there.
That's
They
nuts.
do it right, but they ain't used to losing. And so once you get the win, it is not friendly confines trying to get back to. So how they have the locker room set up is you have to cross paths with their team and their fans to exit the field. You got to cut across a parking lot with people trying to get out and get to their cars and stuff, and to get back to where your side entrance is for your locker room, and just crossing paths with some folks that are not happy, and all that. You can imagine some of the things that were going on, but there's it's kind of at a lower level where our bus lot was, and there's a staircase going up to like, I guess, the fan parking lot or something like that. Well, there is a crowd of fans at the top of the stairwell. And just the whole time that our kids come out of the locker room and they're throwing their travel bags on the trailer and we're trying to get them on the bus. We got coaches out there monitoring, make sure nothing stupid happens. They had security people out there, make sure nothing stupid happens. So, I mean, it's by no means, it was not anything from the school's fault. Their fans are just chirping at our kids, and they're even chirping at their own security people. We finally get all of our kids on the bus, and some of their kids start coming out of the locker room, and it's kind of, they're going up that stairwell. Their fans start talking trash to their own players, just because it's like, you let us down.
You're a disappointment to your mother.
Yeah, you ain't coming home tonight. Yeah, you ain't,
like
no more free Waffle House breakfast for you guys.
Yeah, was it the Friday Night Lights movie where the dad is like, or is that the actual show where the dad's like, the kid fumbles and he like beats him up?
Why can't you hold on to the ball? Why can't you just hold on?
Like
That's exactly what it's like, dude. It's exactly what it's like. I'm telling you, they are passionate. It's a proud program. Again, I got nothing but respect for what they do. But whenever they started chirping at their own kids, and then a fight pops off
at
the top of the stairwell, you just see the security people start running, flashing lights going everywhere, kids scrambling, sprinting around. Like, we got to get on this bus and get out of here. It is popping off.
God.
Yeah.
That's
Can't make this
insane.
stuff up, man.
It sounds like a good win, though. First one since when? 08, you said?
It was their first district home loss since 08, and I think it's the first. We've only played them in program history 3 times. I think this is the first time we beat them. We got blown out by them. Actually, this is the 4th time we played them. We got blown out by them the first year we played them. The second year we lost 13-7. We blocked a field goal at the end of the game and blocked one of their field goals that would have put them up 2 scores, and we had a chance to return it for a game-winning touchdown as the game's kind of ending, and we tripped and just didn't work out for us at the end. But then they got after us last year pretty good. They wound up making like state semifinals last year in 6A, but
dang.
Yeah, it's a good win. Fun program to get a win against, just because it don't happen too often for anybody, no matter who you are.
Yeah, SMU just scored a touchdown, by the way.
All right, I'm gonna turn.
And Georgia just beat Ole Miss, so
chaos.
That's where
College football is chaos. There was a slim chance that Clemson actually, with Miami losing, and just everybody's going to end up with one loss. I think, other than me. I mean, who's really left that's undefeated? Ohio State. All right, they got do they play Indiana regular season? I'm not sure.
I feel like they might.
If not, it'd be Big Ten championship. But there was a slim chance that Clemson could have pulled a miracle like last year and maybe snuck into the ACC.
It's not looking good now.
No, it's done now. It is done.
It's
about pride at this point.
And I mean, what's really frustrating is that if Ole Miss would have beat Georgia, I would have been about $200 richer right now, because I had Georgia Tech. For some reason, they were an underdog against Duke. I don't know why. Georgia Tech's 7-0 right now.
Georgia Tech's rolling, but Duke is actually pretty good. They basically gave a game away to Illinois, who's top 15, top 25, and then they had another loss to somebody that I can't remember. But I mean, it was at Duke.
Yeah. Well, okay, but
But again,
a
I would
noon
have
game
taken.
at Duke.
Yeah. I watched a little bit of it. We actually got the day off because we're starting our bye week. But I was able to watch the end of college game day. Got to go to my son's flag game. Got to do all the things. So I watched some of that one. Yeah, just empty patches all in. Was it
Yeah.
Wallace Wade Stadium up there in
I
Durham,
think
North Carolina?
so. I mean, it's frustrating because I had Georgia Tech, SMU to win, Ole Miss, and you may be wondering why I picked SMU.
Because
Well, and
Clemson was favored.
It's my emotional hedge, right? So I'm a Clemson fan, obviously, but this way, if they lose, I'm still not upset, right?
You're winning no matter what. I agree with you.
I always do that every week, unless it's like against Furman. I think they play Furman coming up, but freaking Ole Miss ruined it for me.
I had a four-legger. I had SMU Clemson, but like you said, I'm too afraid to actually bet on Clemson. So I took over on the total score. So that hit. And then I had South Carolina to pull the upset against Oklahoma. Oklahoma's quarterback basically playing without a hand. His throwing hand is all screwed up. And he only threw for 100-something yards today, but Carolina just couldn't do anything. So that one fell through for me. I had Georgia Tech.
Who you got tonight? Tennessee, Alabama.
I hadn't wagered anything on that one yet. I'm thinking it depends on if DeBoer wears
the black.
Apparently he's got the black hoodie. Yeah, apparently he only wins if he wears that black hoodie. I'm like, why are you not wearing that at all times? I don't care if it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah, right.
His record in the black hoodie's 14-0 or something crazy.
I feel a lot better Tennessee plus 9.5 than I do straight up, but the over under is at 60. And so,
yeah, I mean,
Ole Miss Georgia just went 42-35 or something. I'm gonna hit the over, smash it.
I was about to say, I think I would take the points in that game. I think that could get stupid, just two offenses just dueling each other. I think. The only other thing, I needed Stetson, all right, to cover the spread against my alma mater, Presbyterian College, who is the only undefeated college football team in South Carolina right now. The spread was 33.5, and PC blew them out. So go Blue Hose, but dadgum Stetson. You couldn't keep it within 33.5.
Right.
Shout out to the Hose.
My fiance actually went to their homecoming game today against Stetson with one of her, I guess somebody you went to school with that she works with. She just got back not too long ago. And I was asking her, how's old Clennon, where the T is sweet and silent, baby.
Man, they got a new Jumbotron out there at Baylor Memorial Stadium. They got, I think they changed the stadium lights up a little bit.
I remember when you were there when they first got lights.
Yeah. We played one of those money games we played. The money we got from it literally paid for the stadium lights. And so we played the first night game in school history against some made-up school, Florida International Coastal Tech,
Florida
like
A&M Technical Institute.
And I think we might have lost, if I remember right.
That was when they were
a good D2, I think. Florida Tech, maybe.
That was when PC was big time Division I FCS, right?
They
were trying to
when I was
up.
in school there, they had just made the jump. They're trying to keep up with Furman, Wofford, Charleston Southern, all these names, Davidson, or apps. They're just thinking they kind of could be in this tier, like a SoCon school. And at the time when I was in school, we had Liberty Interconference, we had Coastal Carolina Interconference, and just the backing wasn't there, I don't think. So now they're still Division I, but they've since moved to this league where the scholarship situation is different. I don't even know if they give true athletic scholarships. I think now it's it's a private school, so they can do all kinds of different packages and stuff. But yeah, apparently it's at the end of the day, winning. I think win, get kind of some things rolling, and then maybe down the road if you want to revisit, trying to get back in a traditional FCS conference. But yeah, I would take just wins at this point, like they're doing right now. They got it rolling down there in Old Clinton. I ain't been down there in a minute.
I'm literally about to bet on the remaining games of the day. Overs at straight up and over unders.
All right.
Or I'll take the spread, overs and unders. I'll make 2 picks on each game, basically. Just see, because if this hits, holy moly, y'all might never see me again. Tennessee, Bama. I'm going to take Tennessee at plus 9.5.
Okay.
And I'll smash you up. It's at Bama. But I think Tennessee will be within Watch, it'll be 9 points and it'll lose, but whatever. USC versus Notre Dame.
Ooh,
10.5 is the spread
for Notre Dame?
for Notre Dame.
I don't like that. I
I'm
would
just gonna
take
take
USC
Notre
to
Dame
cover.
straight up.
Yeah, I like that. What's the total points on that?
60. Oh, just bumped up 60.5. Watch, it'll hit 60 now. Pittsburgh, Syracuse. Dude, Pittsburgh quarterback's been kind of dirty lately.
Oh, yeah. Syracuse don't have their quarterback either still, I don't think. Take Pittsburgh money line.
Yeah. Missouri, Auburn. They're pretty even. It's a 1.5 point spread, so might as well go straight up.
The crazy part is Hugh Freeze, I think, is a good football coach. Whatever you want to say about him as a human being.
He was a good recruiter back in the day.
He's a good recruiter, yeah. He always recruiting, but I think he's a good coach. I mean, he's going to try to win at all costs, right? We've seen that. I might take Missouri, though. Where's
They're favored? It's at Auburn.
I might take Missouri. I think Missouri's just a little more consistent right now.
Over under 44. I could see that one.
See that one being you get 28-24 and you won, right?
Yeah, we'll smash it over. Utah, BYU.
The Holy War
spread.
The Holy War. I'm gonna go. Yeah, BYU's got that quarterback. He's rocking number like 47 or something, something old school, and they're out there doing like Q run game, power run everything. You know what? Give me BYU. The Storming Mormons. The Storming Mormons. Let's go.
All right. 49 over under. I might just skip that one.
21. Yeah.
Cincinnati, Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State lost their coach.
Oklahoma State, did you see the guys in the crowd at last week's game?
Yeah, 24-point spread, though.
I would obviously the odds are going to be super heavy on not Oklahoma State, but.
Yeah, Cincinnati's 24-point favorite. Maybe we'll just pick the over-under on that. It's 58.
So you get, that's kind of high. It's going to have to be Cincinnati. Oklahoma State's not going to light up the scoreboard, I don't think.
Under. Smashing it.
Yeah.
Nevada, New Mexico. I haven't seen either of those teams play.
You know what? Whenever I play NCAA, I always like to start off as the OC at New Mexico, get the Lobos rolling a little bit.
They're favored by 14.
Let's go Lobos.
Okay, Lafayette Leopards against Oregon State.
That's got to be an FCS. Got to be an FCS school.
Oregon State's only favored by 21. Yeah, I'm skipping that. Florida State, Stanford. Yeah, but that's got a FCS team. I'm trying to go only D1. I'll adjust the rule.
Right.
I'll adjust the rule. Florida State, Stanford, 17.5 spread in favor of Florida State.
Florida State to cover that.
All right, so that's a 10-leg parlay.
What's the juice on that?
We are at plus 26,000.
Heck yeah.
So we'll throw 5 on it. If that hits, we're coming home with $1,300. All right, that ain't nothing. Let's bump that up a little bit. Let's see what we got. All right, let's try this. Boy, if I was ballsy. This is not
gambling advice, guys. This is not gambling advice.
Yeah, no, this is going to lose after the first game probably.
Yeah, this is sports investing with no research.
Yeah, we'll do it. All right, so $5 bet for $1,300. We'll see where we end up. But anyway,
how did y'all's game go last week?
Not great. We were playing. It was a region game, one of the private schools in our region. We beat them last year, but yeah, it didn't go in our favor. Things kind of stacked on top of each other. You can't let that happen.
Snowballs,
you get behind, and it is what it is. That was last week. This week was Powdersville.
A little in-district
also a region. Yeah, inter-district and region game, and also our homecoming.
Oh, how did the parade go?
So I actually like the parade. I think it's cool. I was kind of hesitant at first, how's this going to work out? Kids on a float, kids on the side of the road, but it was organized pretty well. Shout out Miss Watkins. It was good. I like it. I think we should keep doing it. The pep rally was good. A lot of kids, it's weird when we do it at the end of the day. we run on our or our Wednesday schedule is what we call it.
Mhm.
It's where the kids get out about an hour earlier, and the hour after they leave is for teachers to meet with their departments. And what usually ends up happening is that kids will get signed out or whatever. Not all of them, but a decent chunk will just do it because they're like, oh, I'm just going to go home early.
Yeah.
They're not taking attendance at the pep rally. And I think having it in the middle of the day kind of eliminated that. So it was packed in the gym.
Yeah.
I mean, it's homecoming, Spirit Week all week, parade right before it that led into it. It was cool. The only thing that was not cool was the pep rally was going to end in what we call Strive. That's the 45 minutes right before lunch for me. Pep rally ends. All right, this gym's got to get reset now for third block coming in here. About 60 of them, and then 40 more in weight room. Coming in here in 30 minutes. This thing's got to get flipped. Pep rally ends. There ain't nobody in there cleaning. Not
Absolutely
a soul.
not.
Not
Yeah.
a soul. And so I'm like, all right, grab my push broom, start sweeping. And there's the parade had candy. They were throwing candy out. And so there's just candy everywhere, wet spots, sticky spots. And I'm just like, this is miserable.
You couldn't get any, you couldn't phone a friend. You ain't got on good terms with the custodian or anything like that.
Well, I won't. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but Jerry, the custodian, shout out Jerry. He showed up. He's kind of our athletics custodian. He showed up and started doing the bleachers and everything. So yeah, I did have help eventually, but there was about 10 minutes where I was just pissed off, sweeping this floor like nobody thought about this, yada yada. But it was good. It was worth it. I mean, if I have to do that every 2 months, that's worth it for the excitement and everything. But
yeah, whatever gets the school spirit going. But yeah, you gotta make good friends with the custodians. You know,
me and Jerry are good. Jerry, you kind of have to stay on top of sometimes.
Oh, I know how that is.
He's a good guy.
I'll never forget in a galaxy far away, long time ago, we had a custodian, nice guy, you know, seemed like he did halfway solid job, right? Yet stopped working there, whatever the reasons were. I can't even remember now. It's been so long. But anyway, so one day I'm on Instagram or something and I see that, and I'm not going to name any specifics, but it was the name of a school district. You know, so it's blank ISD. They followed me. All right. So I'm like, it's kind of, it's kind of cool, weird, whatever, right? It's just, it catches your eye because, yeah, what's the official school account following me or whatever? I click on it. I'll be daggummed. It's our former custodian at this place I was working at, and he's got the school's handle as his handle. All right. So it's just like, all right, well, that's weird. Like, who just thinks to pick that? But whatever. Then yeah, have you ever seen Threads? So it's like Instagram's version of Twitter, right? Or X, whatever it's called now. And so I don't know how like we said, had some Tylenol or something, right? So I'm like, let me just click on that. Yeah, I don't ever look at Threads much. Let me just click on
rabbit hole,
and it was a dark rabbit hole. Let's just say that there were a lot of replies to obvious catfishes. And yeah, the funny part is you see the picture, provocative picture, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously it's somebody trying to lure somebody in to take their money, you know, take a sucker's money or whatever. And lo and behold, do I see blank ISD replying to it's just nonstop, just some down bad comments. And so then I'm just like, how has no one that's at this other school district discovered this? So then I go on down another rabbit hole. What's the actual district's page name? Where Jack, the only difference is 2 letters of spelling between somebody trying to figure out what the cafeteria is serving and somebody seeing thirst traps and just tomfoolery. So I had to get off that, but you got to keep your eye out for some of them. There's some
Threads. Social media you're 1 or 2 clicks away from especially Twitter or X, whatever. You may not even have to search nothing. You just click home and it's just bam, suggested for you. I'm like, don't suggest that.
Yeah, don't
I'm at
suggest
school right
that.
now. You can't be putting that up here.
Don't suggest that.
Yeah,
Elon's got to get that honed in. I feel like it's gotten somewhat better, but man, that first year after Elon bought Twitter, it was like, I can't even open the app. You just don't know what's going to pop up. Like, I'm trying to look up scores from so-and-so high school. Yeah, I'm trying to look up y'all's scores, and I see something crazy pop up.
Yeah, it gets dicey there quick. Oh, speaking of the school districts, I was talking to Nick Williams, who helps with our video, film, and stuff. And he mentioned that our superintendent and one of our assistant superintendents had actually seen.
We got another guest again.
What's up, Bennett?
Good night, Jack.
Good night, buddy.
He said good night.
Got your eye black on?
Still, hey, balled out in the. Can you close the door? Balled out in his flag football game today.
Nice.
He had his flag football. He had 2 gator roll tackles.
Nice.
He came up with the Ray Lewis dance at one point.
Nice.
So, hang on, he forgot to close the door.
Nice. I mean, hey, they don't specify. They just say grab the flag. They don't say you can't tackle them, then grab the flag.
The way I try to tell him, I was like, look, I'd rather you get the penalty for tackling the kid than him score a touchdown. You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's what you tell a DB too. Tackle him, get the PI before you give up a 50-yard bomb.
Anyway, what were you saying?
I was talking to Nick Williams, the guy that he helps with our film, and he helps with us a lot of stuff across the district. We were on the way to a road game, and he said our superintendent and one of the assistant superintendents actually saw one of your TikToks.
Really?
And they didn't make the connection that like we have the same last name. And a lot of people say we look alike.
Unique last name.
Right. And he was like, "What? That's his brother?" Like I see those videos all the time. They actually mentioned that I should start a South Carolina day in the life of a high school football coach. Oh, be on the lookout. It may happen. It may not. Depends on how much time I got.
Go for it. Go for it.
I'll tell you some other funny comments about that later, but off camera. But aside from that, 2 weeks ago, since we haven't talked, we had the interior graphics of our renovated field house set up and done. And so I actually have a video. I'll show you. If I can get it up.
So this is the finished product.
So this is the Now the video is just the kids' reaction to it when they first saw it.
That's cool.
So, you don't see the graphics, every graphic necessarily, but it's cool to see the kids' reaction to it because.
Absolutely. That's what it's all about, is getting the kids hyped.
Let me drag it over here. Computer likes to be difficult. They say MacBooks are great, and they are, but sometimes they're difficult. I'm used to a PC. All right, so share. Don't do that. Share window. I swear. I gotta put my thumbprint in there so it can do it. Let's see if I can do it now. It's gonna drive me crazy. All right, I may not be able to show you.
I actually was kind of pumped to see that.
I'll tell you what, if I do this, I will be able to. It might just take a second. It's just because it's in it's just a file on my desktop, and I have to change a setting to share my screen, but I can share a Google Chrome tab. So it says 10 seconds left and we'll be able to see it. But anyway, the kids loved it. It was kind of bare bones when they renovated, just had fresh paint and, new floors. And this kind of, really sets the tone or makes it pop. I don't know, but pull up the. So shout out to EC Printing Solutions. Carrie Truitt over there helped all this happen. And Brian, he's great. And he works over there too.
All right.
Should be good. All right, cool. All right, first off, I want you to look.
You were kidding about this. You were playing.
It's bumping. We got the speakers working good too, but I want you to look. I'll mute it for a second. At this dude, right? What is he doing?
He's rocking and rolling, man. Y'all got that thing thumping out there.
But here we go.
The red lights. Let's go.
And then I'll fast forward so you can see it, but
dude,
but you get
those red lights look sick, man.
So we did those ourselves, and let me tell you, biggest headache in the world. Like, because they're LED strips, right? But I bought these aluminum tracks with like a light diffuser on them, so they look more like a permanent thing than just strips across the top. Wired them through the ceiling and everything, so they're kind of hidden. But no, it came together nice, and it's cool because not only football but soccer will get to use it in the spring, and
Yeah.
it's just cool the kids to have something nice to get excited about.
Absolutely, man. Nah, that's good stuff. Bravo, guys. Doing
Yeah.
right by them kids out there. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
So how did we're recording this one on a Saturday. Normally we do it on Wednesday. So we have to catch up on 2 games now. So this week y'all had homecoming, right?
We
Y'all
had
had
homecoming.
Pattersville. How did that one turn out?
Well, I'll say it's not your typical matchup you would schedule for homecoming. Pattersville's a pretty good team, not a bad team. I think they're first in our region right now. So
Okay.
scheduling just worked out that way. We lost the game, but in my opinion, we gave it away. Really simple mistakes. We had trouble getting a snap. We were dropping the snap. Snap was bad. All kind of stuff the whole night, and you can't do anything when that kind of stuff's happening. Missed a couple assignments, missed tackles on defense. Matched up well with them, but again, if we make those mistakes, we're in week 8 now. We can't be making those mistakes.
No,
Those are week 1 mistakes.
The theme of it sounds kind of similar to some of the things we've had going on. Every week, it seems like we're just trying to play complimentary football. I even told our guys, I'm going to get that tattooed on me. As soon as we play a complete game in all 3 phases, I'm going to get complimentary football tattooed on my arm. Like, 'cause that's all we need in order to go and accomplish all the things that we want to go and accomplish. Man, it was a stupid game. Like, it was ridiculous last night. We always say our stadium's called Citibank Stadium. We always say strange things happen at Citibank. I said it ought to be renamed to Spirit Halloween Store Stadium, because like it's just the spookiness and the craziness and the zaniness and just all that. It's always something, which makes it fun, but it also makes these gray hairs just stand out.
Yep.
Even more. So we're playing against Rockwall, who's traditionally an offensive juggernaut. Like I will say this, they execute extremely well on offense. They're a no huddle team trying to run a play every 10 seconds. Then they'll sugar huddle and get into tackle over stuff. They'll have hideout plays. They'll have formations that when we're breaking down the tape, we don't even know what to name them because it's something brand new. They got a tackle split out with this guy and that guy. And I mean, they throw the kitchen sink at you. They show a different kickoff look every single time they kick off. They onside it every chance they get. Just as much zaniness as possible. That's what they do. I would say if they had a weakness in their identity, it's their defense. But even on defense, they run a 3-3 stack, and it is nonstop, just chaos. We're slanting one way, bringing 2 off the edge here. We're slanting one way, bringing a safety or corner from here. They're just trying to wreak havoc, trying to create possessions for their offense to go and score 1,000,000 points. And they played a good schedule. They were 3-3 coming into it. They were coming off a bye week, which is not good. You don't want to give a team like that an extra week to prepare for you and add even more crap. And so you just don't know what to expect going into it. And they had played a brutal schedule. They lost to Lake Travis by 1 score. They beat North Crowley, who's a 2-time 6A defending state champion. They beat them. So yeah, and they're 3-3, right? So, and because we beat them last night, I don't know how the rest of the year is going to shake out, but they might be the team that gets left out of the playoffs in our district. And they just beat 2-time back-to-back 6A state champion, all the things, right? So, I mean, they are a good football team. Anyway, Jack, they come out and we elect to receive. We know they're going to try to just outscore you. It's going to be a scoring duel. And so we want to run first is our offensive identity. So we're going to take the ball first, try just to go hammer, 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 try to get a score, They onside it, of course, on the opening kickoff. They get it. Can't even remember how they scored the first one. Something stupid. They get it. We're down 7-0 out of the gate. They kick it off again. They onside it again. They get it again. I think we got them to 4th down on that series. They run a fake punt.
My gosh.
Run a fake punt, convert. They eventually score, getting into some kind of force solid look with a tight end hiding out on a 2-man surface. Just again, gizmos, gadgets, and then their bread and butter's up tempo and like just 1,000,000 miles an hour. And so we're down 14-0 out of the gate. They kick it off again. They kick it deep this time, and we bobble the return, and we're down at the 1. So our offense gets their first possession. We've already played 20 defensive snaps and are down. They went for 2 at one point. So we're down 15-0, and our first offensive possession's at the 1. We've already played 20 snaps as a defense, and we fumble it in the end zone on the exchange. They get a defensive score on that. So we're down 22-0 out the gate in the first quarter against a team that's trying to play basketball on grass. And rally, get it to the half. It's only a one-score game to the half, 35-28, if I'm remembering right. And come back in the second half, and we get 2 straight 3-and-outs as a defense. We're cooking, grease is hot. It's kind of back and forth. We take a lead. Late. They get the ball with about 2 minutes or less. And 4th and 13. We come out in a zany formation. We burn a timeout because we don't like it. They come back out. They play with our rules a little bit. They motion a certain guy to get a certain coverage they want. Instead of playing the sticks, we got a safety that's just doing what he's just doing what he's always done, right? He checks to this coverage, and we leave a guy on an island, and they make just a dumb run, a slow go, makes a dumb catch. They get it. Anyway, they take the lead with 40 seconds left, and then they kick it out of bounds maybe, so we get it scooted back on the kickoff, and we had our kickoff returner just made a grown man play, gets a heck of a return, gets in the red zone on the return. So we got 2 timeouts and 35 seconds or something like that. We make a couple of just insane plays. We now have the ball at the 8 with like 24 seconds left and still 2 timeouts. So playbook's wide open, and we punch it in, take the lead with like 16 seconds left. They get the ball back, all right? And it gets down to the last play in the world, and they run their last gizmo, the old hook and ladder. And I be danged. They hit the hook and ladder on us, all right? But get this, the toss, after the initial catch, the toss is a forward toss. So it's an offensive penalty, all right? Well, at the certain, with the time where it was in the game, it's now a 10-second runoff. All right, so they get flagged. The plays, gets flagged. It comes back and all that. And there's a 10-second runoff. Game is over. We're shaking hands.
Ending on
partying.
The penalty.
Ending on a penalty on a gadget play, which is the only reason it was even a game. Like, we should have, if we told our guys, against these up-tempo teams, they're going to have their layup plays, right? They're going to run split zone, all this and that. It's going to be a million miles an hour, fire screens, all that. We got to handle that stuff, and then we just got to survive some of the gadgets. They hit every gadget in the book on us up until that last one. So it was some poetic justice, but it's got us sitting pretty now. We're going into the bye week, and we're sitting pretty. We got to get healthy. Man, it's been a long stretch. We got this late bye week after the 8th game of the year. You got guys banged up left and right. It was fall break for us. So again, that was just, our kids were off our schedule this past week, and we just got to get right this week, get healthy, and go handle our business in the next one. We got to travel out to Tyler, go back to East Texas here in a couple weeks at the Rose Stadium, which is actually a pretty neat setup out there in Tyler, Texas. But I'll give you the update on that one whenever we play that with Jack. But we're sitting pretty right now. We got all of our goals ahead of us.
It's a good spot to be in. That's the goal, man. And what's crazy is that all of our goals are still, we're not in the driver's seat anymore, which is unfortunate. We don't control it, but the opportunity is still there. I mean, we could still host a home playoff game, which is one of our goals. It hasn't been done in, I forget the number, 7 years or something like that. That's still on the table. And once you get in playoffs, it's a whole new season.
Yeah.
So all that is ahead of us.
Just get in the dance.
We just need to finish strong and eliminate some of the stupid stuff. And, the kids understand that. I think initially it's hard to get a kid to realize that. You give them the speech after the game. If it's a tough loss or a loss you really needed to win, whatever. And they shake their head and say, yeah, but you don't really know if it's really setting in. Like, everything is still ahead of us. I know it sucks, but we've got to move on, fix it, and play next week, But yeah, it's who do we have now? We play St. Joe's. It's actually nice. We have a three-week run of home games, so no travel for 3 weeks. But before the bye, we had 3 straight away games, so it's kind of
y'all did your time.
We did our time, and then I think we wrap up the last game on the road on Halloween. No school that day either, which will be nice. But there was a funny moment during practice this week. How do I describe the kid? He's a great kid, love him to death, and but he's one of those kids where he just pops up on you, Like you
Yeah.
were talking about the kid, like, where you gonna pinch me?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
kid feels like similar personality types. So it's pre-practice. It's early. We haven't even started pre-practice periods yet. Like I'm just out on the field, kind of figuring out, how I'm gonna set everything up, whatever. And dude pops up out of nowhere, right beside me. Didn't even see him coming. He's like, "Hey, Coach Wardlaw, how you doing?" I'm like, "Good, man. How are you today? Doing all right?" And he goes, "Yeah, I guess so." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's good. I'm just gonna leave it at that." He goes, "I've kind of had this odd feeling all day." I'm like, "What? You feel sick or like what? Stomach something?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay." He's like, "Just like this weird feeling that something's gonna happen, good or bad. I don't know, but something is gonna happen." And I'm like, "All right,
Sixth sense.
you're starting to like freak me out now." I'm like, "You mean like you just feeling a little anxious or like stressed or what are we talking about here?" He goes, "No, I wouldn't say anxious." And then like 10 seconds go by and I'm like, "All right, I'm done with this. I don't know where we're going with it. Like I'm done." Be spiritual. And I'm just like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, could be." And I just start, acting like I saw something I had to go walk over to.
Yeah. Let me go check on
Yeah,
that water cow over
like
there.
what you need, coach? All right, yeah. And I just walked away on that one. I'm like,
Sometimes, you just you get something from a kid, and you got to process it for a second. Like you just don't know what just happened to you.
yeah. Or they'll like say something and you respond, like you're like, "Oh, okay, that's nice."
Yeah.
But they want you to ask and like get more into it. And
Yeah,
I
they
don't go
do.
there. I'm like, I've learned my
Well,
lesson.
yeah, and it's a can of worms sometimes. Like, obviously, you want to build connections and all that kind of stuff, but once you get to know how some of these kids operate, like I don't need to ask questions here because it's gonna end up being something that I don't need to be hearing. Like these kids don't have filters sometimes. You just don't know what's gonna come out of their mouths
Yep.
if you probe too much. But yeah, yeah, I was going through. I want to hear your thoughts on this. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going through, and obviously I've been doing this vlog for 4 or 5 years now, and there's always those trolls in every comments, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And so I got my comment of the week here. All right.
Here we
Still
go.
figuring out my soundboard. All right. So somebody commented on one of the vlogs and said, "It still blows me away that you only teach 2 classes a day." And so it ignited a little bit of a back and forth, which is how I ended up seeing it. Cause normally I really don't spend too much time in the comments unless I'm just thanking people for watching, right? I mean, just simple stuff like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I got to see what's popping off right here. And so somebody came to the rescue and said, "Hey, if they're on a block schedule, like he's teaching 2 hour and a half classes, plus he's got athletic periods, plus, you know what I mean? Like it's a
Yeah.
full day. Like, heck, if you watch the vlog, you see that it's a 16, 17 hour day on the regular.
Yeah.
But anyway, so, this one guy comes in off the top rope. He's basically not a teacher. 2 classes, a joke curriculum, definitely a good off period for the kids. And then threw in something in there about, the football players you're passing. It's like, jeez, like
Like, dude.
what's the vendetta? Like, they, when you break it down, all right, if you're a teacher and a coach, okay, so I got first period athletics, what all of football coaches do, because we've got 120 or more freshman football players that we are in charge of. Okay. So there's
Mm-hmm.
120 bodies right there. Okay. I have for 8A, B day, right? So yeah, I have my 2 blocks that I teach. So I think across all my sections, I have another 150 students I'm in charge of in the classroom. And then I got 8th period athletics where we got another 200 football players. So on any given day, I'm interacting with four
Yeah.
to 500 people and, doing all the things right. Is we talked about this before. School in our minds is not necessarily always the classroom and the curriculum and all that. It's coaching the whole person, teaching the whole
Yep.
person, right? And yeah, it's just I don't know what some people I can't help what the schedule is. Like I just get told that I'm assigned to be here, 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 here,
Yep.
and whatever's on that schedule I'm gonna do. And it's just the way the system's set up, and it helps us on the athletic side be able to do what we need to do to try to run a successful program. I tell my kids every year, if I'm in the 4 walls of this classroom, like I'm trying to do a daggum good job teaching. yeah, I'll be up there teaching my tail off about whatever the TEKs and the standards are for Texas high school astronomy class. And
Yep.
it's not like I'm going off script and making crap up on my own and all that. And I don't know, just some people out there. I
People
had to get that
just
off my chest.
like to be mad about something. I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. Yeah, I don't get it.
I
Just tell
figured you
'em.
might. I figured it might light a fire in your belly if you.
Well, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
It's coming from PE. You're in there just throwing balls all day. I'm like, listen here now. Those kids you hate that you've had one time for an hour and a half at a time, I have them every semester, and
Mhm.
they have projectiles. And there's 55 other kids in there in the same boat. All right. Now look, there's a reason I chose PE. I love sports. As far there's no standardized testing or any of that stuff. I get that. That's hard. My fiance teaches 9th grade math, geometry. And I
Yeah, I
see,
used to teach tested subjects. Like I
yeah.
did that for 4 years, taught tested subjects, taught 3 different preps,
Mm,
and one of those 3 being tested. And so I've been there, done that. Like
yep. And look,
it's like we talk about.
in undergrad, I studied mathematics education. I
Yeah.
get it. Okay. But that's also a choice. And Lee Garner in the weight room, Coach Garner, has a great saying whenever somebody complains. He goes, I mean, you could take the test too. Like in South Carolina, you pass the practice, you could be a PE teacher. Stop complaining. Like you made that
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, come on.
And I hate to tell you, but if
I'm
you,
sorry I like my job, and
yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm happy.
Like, I'm happy.
You're the one
I'm
that chose
sorry.
to teach it.
Yeah, I'm sorry you decided to comment on this video.
Yeah.
About a high school teacher and coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, because part of the whole reason I even kept doing the vlog thing was just to shine light on everything that teachers and coaches do. I'm not saying that I do more than anybody else. There's guys that probably do a million times more than I do. At smaller schools, they got to probably coach both sides of the ball. They might have to go coach middle school, freshman JV, and high school, right? They might do so many different things. And I would love to see their perspective too. I was at a small school before as well. Yeah, I've been doing this 10, 11 years now. I ain't saying I'm a seasoned vet, but these hairs are getting grayer and the years are stacking up on me. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And
just some people.
Now you got me on a tangent. Now I'm walking through the hall in my planning period. Same teachers that complaining are sitting there with 8 kids in their room. I'm
Yeah.
like, you got it. You don't even know. And now I got a health class too. And I'm probably going to have another elective class we're adding next year. And let me tell you, dumping ground. They put the kids that they had nowhere else to put them, send them to gym or put them in my health class. Because right now, my Q2 health class is the worst class I've ever had. There's only 28 of them, but still.
Only 28.
Yeah, only 28 compared to
28.
Yeah, they all just wanted to take it. I'm like, tell them no. Like, they don't need it. Like, what are you doing? Anyway, but,
One in every crowd.
Yeah, it is what it is. But,
well, man, we're about at that point to fire up the wheel here.
well, yeah, it's about that time.
We did add some teams, guys. As always, be sure to drop those comments, whether it's on YouTube, our Spotify comments. We do post the full episodes up on my TikTok channels. You drop comments there. We'll gather them up. We'll add them to the wheel. Every week, we're trying to pick a grassroots campaign to go pick our team of the week. And the wheel grows by the week.
Hold on. We haven't gone through Twitter yet.
Oh, crap. Yeah. Golly. This is going to be a whole extra. Yeah, let's pause team of the week. Let's roll right into college football Twitter.
Which one you want to go to first?
I think our man down there in South Beach.
Yeah, okay.
I think he's got to lead us off. That was the one I for sure was like, that's awesome. So obviously Miami, up until last night, I saw they lost to Louisville last night, which is Louisville's sneaky. They always beat somebody every year. That I don't know why they don't get more credit, but so they've had Michael Irvin, right? They've been on this winning streak. It's the juices are hot down there in South Beach. Last night, our boy DJ Khaled made an appearance at the game. And that's a big man moving right there.
Oh, this is me running to my indie station. That's how I feel right there. Shorts falling down, trying to make it. Trying to be a good example. Yeah, trying to be a good example to the kids. No jogging, get to your station. But
that's right. Hustle.
Hoping my bad knee doesn't give out. Hope I don't plant too hard on it.
Man. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, That is they might have to not let him come to any more games if he was the bad. I don't know if he's been coming to them, and I just noticed last night that he was there. But yeah, DJ Khaled might be the hex on the U down there.
He might need a longer shirt, man. That thing
Yeah.
about to
Oh
come
man.
up.
Oh, I can't even remember. Did I send you any more?
Yeah, I got two more.
All right.
One is a bus, if that reminds you of it, or I could just throw it up and surprise you.
I don't even remember this one.
This was earlier in the week.
Slept since then. I can't remember. Yes. So, yes, I remember this now.
I was wondering where you were going with this. I didn't see the reply.
The reply is what makes it. All right. So for the listening audience, all right, we've got an official, Georgia Bulldog sports reporting page. You got a picture here of the charter bus that was carrying the Georgia football team. And it's the caption on the photo says Georgia Bulldogs bus hit on its way to Auburn. And it's got obviously the damage done to the bus and stuff. But the reply is what makes this, okay? So somebody jumps in the replies and said, which player was driving?
Brutal.
Oh my gosh. Brutal. Internet is undefeated, dude.
I mean, that's all time.
Perfect
that's
comedic.
Just quality. Yeah.
I've always said that I'm pretty sure the good Lord is getting his script written by the guy that wrote Seinfeld, because it's just the jokes hit so hard. Like, it's such good stuff, man. I forgot all about that one.
One more.
Yeah, what was that last one?
It is the
we should make the
section.
artwork for this one. We should make the artwork for this episode just like it looks like the cracked side of a bus with DJ Khaled driving.
Yeah.
Oh, this was Oklahoma State. Okay, so this is from last weekend, and it starts off with 4 shirtless guys in section 231.
Yeah.
At T. Boone Pickens Stadium. And it's just 4 dudes just helicoptering the shirts up there, right? Well, as it progresses, this crowd grows, and it's more shirtless dudes, and they're all swinging their shirts. And by the time I think the game was over, it is like the entire section packed out with shirtless dudes.
Awesome.
That's and they're not very good. That's just them enjoying life. Like that's like, what you love to see.
That's like I always see videos of like guys at the beach, seeing a dude dig a hole or something, and then all these other guys jump in and start digging the hole with them.
And it turns into like this excavation site. We got dudes planning out what corner is going to be where the water runs in. How we're going to work we're going to build a moat around it so the water has somewhere to get displaced. Have you ever seen the videos where the people, they'll dig the tunnel on the beach that connects like some kind of runoff to like the actual ocean, and then turns into this like tsunami wave pool thing that people are jumping in? And man, that's like you said, that's just guys being dudes.
And like the first part of me was like, all right, we just like created a new river, like that's gonna ruin something. But then I saw a video and checked the comments, and somebody said the same thing and got absolutely destroyed in the comments by all these people. Like, no, you idiot! The tide comes in and like it basically like it never even happened, and like all of a sudden it's like, oh, all right.
Yeah, if you see something cool like that and your first thought is how it's screwing up something, I'm getting better. I'm getting better with the soundboard.
What's the other one we got on the soundboard? Didn't we have another one?
It's
all time. I just love hearing it. Oh,
I just like hearing it every time. Spine Buster. I can't take credit for the other one. I got that from the Dan Le Batard show, but Spine Buster, that could be our thing.
Yeah, that's all time. Like I need that like just in a speaker on my hip so I can just click it.
We need all right, here we go, listening audience. All right, from all parts of the globe, tuning in to Fourth and Ward. If you got any big hits from games you're watching and can get those clips sent along to us, maybe we can do a Spine Buster of the week.
Yeah,
just hits of the week, Spine Buster of the week. We need to write that down, Jack. That could be a running segment we do. I'm gonna make note of that.
Here it is.
So you guys heard it. I'm challenging you guys. All right, comment Team of the Week nominations. Comment your Spine Buster of the Week. We might debut this thing here in the next 2-3 weeks or so. Circling back to Team of the Week, man. It's one of my favorite things that we do. It is brought to you by the Gridiron Spice Company. GridironSpiceCode.com. You can tackle your taste buds. Football themed seasonings. We've got the full 5 wide line. blend, the triple option blend. We got our Go Long Cajun blend, sweet and spicy hot route blend, and the brand new pigskin pork blend. You can get all 5 of those bundled together at $11 a jar. And they're pretty big jars, guys. They'll last you a hot minute. And you can use the code 4th and Ward at checkout. That's the number 4, THANDWARD, and you'll get 10% off that order, and it ships for free. I mean, you're getting all that for less than $10 a jar, I think, if you break it down right, depending on taxes and all that, depending on where you live. So we've got our spinny wheel here. It's growing by the week with your nominations.
Mhm.
If you haven't commented yet and you're listening on or watching on YouTube, listening on Spotify, drop those comments. And Jackson gives us a spin here. We're going to figure it out.
Let me check one thing here. Just make sure we're still updated. Yes, we're good. All right. Let's get this thing rolling.
More. Oh,
Zeeland West High School in Zeeland, Michigan, correct? Yes, they are the Ducks.
Zeeland West High School up in Michigan. I don't know what part of Michigan, so we might do some more research here.
So they're the Ducks, right? But get this.
Okay.
DUX.
Ooh.
Ducks.
That's solid.
Right.
Tell me they've got, if they had a Mighty Ducks logo or some football version of a Mighty Ducks logo,
if they don't,
that would
they
go
are
so hard. Those would be some sick alternates.
It looks like you're in luck. West. It is similar. Hold on.
We got like a power super duck right here.
So there's your logo.
DUX is awesome.
Yeah,
dude,
that's
Ducks,
a good call.
If just that Ducks logo, scroll back up. If just that script, DUX, if that's what's on their helmets, that's clean.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
Let's see. And here we go, Max Preps. Let's see how they're doing. Oof, on fire. Looks like 62-6. Good Lord.
6-2 and just collecting bodies. Oh my goodness. Got their last dub this past week against, who does that say?
Wyoming
High School in Michigan.
Wyoming Wolves in Michigan. Yeah, all right. Interesting. Get out of here with the ads, Max Prep. But yeah, they've
62-6. Then they bodied somebody before that. What does that say? 58-20.
38-24.
Hey, my eyes are bad. I gotta put
then they had a
on.
loss to Unity Christian, 14-6. That must have been a
barn burner.
Now Zeeland East, I'm guessing that's the rival. If that's not the rival, y'all missed a big chance.
They were playing Inspired there.
Hold on. They're the Chicks with an X.
Let me put my glasses on.
The Ducks and the Chicks.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So Zeeland East, Zeeland West. What is the story behind the X, being? There's got to be a story back there.
Yeah, I wonder if I just Ducks. Let's see what pops up here. I don't know what.
Is there a Wikipedia or something maybe that explains?
Usually is mascot history. Okay. Here's an article. Get out of here. This looks like a local paper. No, where was it? They just said it was. Okay. It's the chick capital of the Midwest, as well as a history for duck hatcheries. So that's how the ducks and the chicks. I don't know about the X, but
a lot of avian breeds come through. Yeah, the X would be an interesting. Maybe they just thought it sounded cool.
It's the Latin word for leader. Is ducks.
There's levels to this. I had no clue about that. That's awesome.
And then chicks is linked to the chick capital of the Midwest or whatever.
That's awesome. Yeah, we gotta get some ducks gear.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
X. Give me like a white shirt with the green script ducks across the front.
Yeah.
Nike swoosh. Yeah, let's check out their uniform situation or something. Let's see what we're working with. I just want to see the helmets.
They got a duck store, so it looks like we're good there. All right. I will say, if this is their uniform, they are missing a great chance.
Now they're playing at the Lighting.
It's like blank helmets.
No.
Yeah, they look blank.
No.
Which is insane.
And there are Nike. They got Nike jerseys. It's a good, solid look. Don't like the silver, or is that gold numbers?
It's like gold, I think.
I don't necessarily like that. I like the uniforms. I like the green home uniforms.
Yeah, that's just classic double stripe.
Yeah.
That's hard to beat. But they had so many. Look,
this is the rivalry game. Now, Chicks got it right. They got the clean look, and they got the, maybe a black helmet would have been cool for that look. But
but like just a decal ducks. I mean, you could go like Oregon's throwback duck. I mean, there's so many different. Use your logo. It looks good. The script ducks.
The what?
Woo! The script ducks would have been a good
you said
option.
it with an X.
Yeah, it's the Latin for something. I don't know what, but
hey, it might be Latin for something. But
let's see what that stadium.
Does that mean I have to put it? Does that mean I have to put explicit on this episode?
No, I didn't finish it, so we're good. All right, so not sure what's going on with the logo at midfield.
Yeah, what is up with that? All right, there's a stadium pic right there.
All right, Zealand is a Z. All right, now too many.
So they probably share that stadium.
Do they?
Probably, I would think, right? The colors, it's just black and yellow. And I think Zealand West is green and yellow, and the Chicks are obviously.
Well, it looks like they do share it. It looks like.
I do like how the homestands are built into the hill.
Yeah. Are they? Yeah, they are. Yeah. So that is a shared stadium. It's a nice stadium, though. Look at that.
It's a nice stadium. Yeah. Looks like a good setup. Practice field right back behind it.
So they share the practice field, too?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. We'd have to look up on the maps and stuff to see if they're close or whatever to make that work. I'm not sure how high school ball works up in Michigan anyway. But we shared a stadium with the other school in our district the first 4 or 5 years I was out here, but they had their own practice sites at their school. They had a practice field and obviously indoor and all that.
They have a whole swim center.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh my gosh. That's east and here's west. It's like the same plot of land. Do you see that?
No. I think you might have switched tabs.
I forgot them. Yeah, I need to share a different tab with you. I'm over here looking at a map.
So we were looking at.
Here's Zealand West.
Okay.
Here's Zealand East.
Huh? The schools share. They're on the same corner lot.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just make one? Just make one mega school.
Just Zealand.
Yeah, just Zealand High.
All right. So yeah, it's definitely shared. So then they have to share that practice field. How do you not?
They're on the. I got a lot of questions.
What?
I got a lot of questions. Why is the school split? Like, just build on. Make one a freshman center or something. Make one 9th and 10th. Make one 11th and 12th. Are you doing a deep dive now?
Yeah, this is like
the Tylenol's kicking in. I wonder what the enrollments are at those schools. Maybe if they combined, it would be some kind of mega school but I mean, the bleachers didn't look like it was some type of mega school.
East is bigger, 986 kids. West has 836.
So combined, you're at 1,600, right? Something like that. 1,700, 1,800, somewhere in there. Yeah, just be a bigger school. I don't know. We got some questions for the folks up there in Zealand, Michigan. But shout out to Zealand West. I'm a Ducks fan now. DUX. I about made a joke about what you slipped on earlier. I about said you're a. But yeah, team of the week, episode 30, Jack. Episode 30. 30.
I gotta get off of this.
Yeah, don't go down this rabbit hole. We'll get some feedback from the crowd, and
that's nuts.
Maybe we'll get some more answers to our questions. But guys, we appreciate it. We I hadn't looked at the stats lately to see if we covered all 50 yet, but yeah, at this point, if we're going without South Dakota, it is what it is. But we appreciate all the support internationally, Jack. We got listeners from all corners of the globe, which is wild. Random town in Texas, random town in South Carolina, 2 teachers and coaches. Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been a fun ride for Dirty 30 right here. and we'll keep this thing rolling. And as long as you guys keep listening, we appreciate all the support.
Stay golden.